Picture this, a single sentence. I'd accept it without hesitation. Spoken by Giulio Maldonado, and suddenly the tidy architecture of a football transfer market looks shaky. Maldonado's line landed as if someone had lit a match in a drum kit, not because it was imaginative, but because it forced a brutal, simple question. If Florentino Perez were offered Erling Haaland for Vinícius Jr. in a straight swap, would he take it? That hypothetical maps onto more than two players. It maps onto identity. Vinícius is samba, unpredictable heartbeat of Madrid's wide attack. Haaland is the modern apex predator, direct, relentless, a numbers machine who turns chances into records. Maldonado's bluntness matters because it strips the idea down. Not a complex multi-club saga, not a luxury add-on, but a direct trade that asks which skill set Madrid prizes most as it steers for the next era. Reports and pundit commentary have pushed the conversation into mainstream channels, partly because contract friction around Vinícius has been widely discussed, leaving Madrid with an active decision rather than a comfortable renewal. When one of your brightest attacking sparks looks less certain to stay, the option to reconfigure the attack suddenly feels urgent. The tactical picture is intoxicating. Imagine Haaland planted as the central spearhead Mbappé, at his best when asked to cut in from the left, occupying the half space and pulling defenders out, and the rest of the side reshaped to feed the Norwegians' appetite. Space, timing and finishing become mathematical certainties rather than improvisational gambles. For opponents, that pairing would be a headache on a scheduling app. One unstoppable finisher in the middle, one explosive left-sided genius slicing inside, each creating room for the other. For coaches, it is a puzzle that rewrites pressing triggers, wing-backs roles, and set-piece demands. On the market side, the idea of Haaland in white is not new. Madrid's interest has been a recurring motif across seasons in the commentary and in transfer columns, and the existence of contractual levers around Haaland's future adds a piece of realism to the scenario. Equally real are the non-football pieces, pride, branding and wardrobe stories at an institution where decisions are made with both trophies and legacy in mind. Florentino Perez does not do half measures. History shows that when a number one leaves, the replacement must match or outclass the pedigree. That mentality, combined with an unpredictable contract negotiation for Vinícius, makes the swap no longer a fantasy exercise but a defensible strategic pivot. But the swap would also ask Madrid to trade spontaneity for ruthlessness, to swap the samba heartbeat fans' love for cold, efficient certainty. For many supporters, that's a betrayal. For others, it's evolution. And the ripple effects would be enormous. A Haaland at Madrid would not only change who scores, it would reshape how rivals reckon with Madrid's presence in Spain and Europe. Substitutions plans, scouting reports, and even youth recruitment would be recalibrated to find answers to an extremely specialized threat. Some will say the image is ugly, a club monetizing its artistry into cold output. Others will point to silverware as the only argument that matters at the top level. What to watch for next is simple and immediate. Any escalation in contract drama around Vinícius, formal comments from club leadership, and traces of concrete interest or clauses that could make a Haaland move plausible. If the talk stays in talk show rooms, it will be another classic transfer season fever dream. If it begins to show up in paperwork, Madrid, Manchester City, and the wider football world will quietly start rearranging tactical notebooks. Either way, Maldonado's verdict did what a single sentence can. It forced the club, the fans and the market to ask whether identity or efficiency is the priority, and in that question lies a season's worth of drama.